hello, welcome back to Downloadable Content. It must be Friday because it's Feature Friday. That's right, every single week I show you a brand new game. Sometimes it's not VR, but most of the times it is VR. And today, we are focusing on an expertly created brand new game called Blade and Sorcery 1.0. Yes, it is time to get the cow out and milk it because, well, Blade and Sorcery has released and that's what I'm talking about today. And I know what you're thinking, but don't worry, it's for a good cause. Because this week we're going to do something a little bit new. I'm going to give Blade and Sorcery a review at the end of this Friday feature, so stay tuned for the end because, well, I don't know, you want to know the review, I guess. But without further ado, let's start this Feature Friday. If you don't know what Blade and Sorcery is, well, it is pretty much the VR game. It is a physics-based game primarily focused on melee combat and, well, sorcery, hence Blade and Sorcery, and this game is absolutely fantastic. It just released about a week ago and everyone pretty much loves it. From where it came from, Blade and Sorcery was pretty much just a sandbox experience, and that hasn't gone away. There is still the full sandbox mode, so if you're just looking to get in there and mess about and fight things, you can do that right from the gate with all the skills and everything unlocked so you can have the fun that you want. But if you are also looking for a full-on game with progression and story, lore, NPCs, and yes, even a boss fight, well, it now has that for 1.0. Introducing, well, Hector. When Warpfrog showed Hector as the new NPC, it literally broke the Discord. I saw everyone so hyped. There was even a Hector hype channel in the Discord where everyone just talked about him. And we'll get to him. I'll cover him more in a few minutes, but let's take a step back. What is new for Blade and Sorcery? Well, for the most part, you have a progression system called Crystal Hunt. It is a totally different game mode, and you actually can customize it. You could choose a vanilla experience, you could choose a permadeath, or you could even fully customize it to have the experience that you want. You want enemies to do 3 times the damage? Sure. You want to have like no magic and no health? You got it. And for myself, I appreciate it not only as a content creator, but also as a player because it gives so much more longevity and play style to the game past the point of, well, just beating it.
Just the combat you could do is so fun. Just everything is so fun about this game.
There are tons of new weapons and about, I think, 78 to 80 actual skills, ranging from body, mind, and, well, different types of magic. You have fire magic, sorcery, and lightning, and they can be combined to do, well, crazy things.
Well, if you guys are going to show me where the treasure chest is, there's no point in me sticking around, so I'm just going to go ahead and... Oops! Oh my god! Someone created a horrible magma laser tornado! Everyone... How are they supposed to stand a chance against this?
I personally love the fire magic, well, for one main reason, and that's because the way the flames now work, you can literally burn enemies to a crisp. And before I show you, it's for educational purposes only, I have to show this NPC burn to a crisp, so that's how I'm justifying this.
I love the fire effects, just straight up burning them. And it charcoals them. Take a look at this. Wait for it. Look at how charcoaled he's getting. And these people, super charcoaled. And if you gravity blast them while they're charcoaled, well, see?
And then you have the body skill tree, and that one, well, speaks for itself. You literally just body NPCs with various amount of skills, like Divine Punch.
Divine Punch! Oh, I missed. Well, how about a normal punch? In the head again. So she's knocked out because I have a cool skill. Hey, look, a chest. We're going to open that in a second after this new skill.
The cool thing about it is that every playthrough can be completely different. Yes, you can max out and get every single skill you want before completing the campaign. Yes, you can complete the campaign. There is an ending. I'm not going to spoil it here. I just want you to know that there is one. But for the most part, you are creating a character that has a branch if you want to focus on flame, or you want to be a jack of all trades, or you want no magic at all and just want to be a buff boy, well, you absolutely can do that. So I want you to know there's tons of different ways of playing through the campaign. Also, I haven't mentioned that there is an NPC in the shop that talks to you, and you guys are going to absolutely love this person. And you can do certain things to this person. And whether those things be blade or sorcery, well, I'll leave that up to you. However, the shop is really cool. You literally just buy things from the shop. It's weapons that are in the sandbox, of course, but you get them by going to the shop and buying them with your coins. And you get coins two ways. One is going into the dungeons and getting various loot, extracting, bringing it back, and selling them to the shopkeep, which is excellent. Or you could actually go into those different arena style game modes and fight them. Did you know that? You don't only have to go into dungeons. You can go to the arena and whatnot and earn coin that way. Mind blown. Then there's the outposts themselves, also known as the dungeons. They come in two flavors. The first one is the outpost that we know and love and have done tons and tons of dungeon runs on. You'll find different enemy factions, but pretty much the same NPC, just dressed differently. And they can technically talk to you, but you're more there just to beat them senseless and, well, rob them blind. But that first outpost is not there for you to get skills. No. It's there for you to get loot, and more importantly, maps when you extract. You'll find treasure chests, but a main treasure chest at the very end that you open. If you miss it, you are a fool. You can extract without it, but open the chest, get all the rewards inside plus the map. Then once you've done that and you have enough, well, map fragments and you've discovered a Dalgarian ruin, you can then travel to that ruin. And this is where the core gameplay loop comes around. Once you're in those Dalgarian ruins, you go on an epic adventure and you could spend hours in there, literally. I mean, you could run right through it and ruin the game for yourself, but in each of these Dalgarian ruins, they're so special because they look beautiful. So much time and attention went into them, and make sure you search those ruins because there are tons of loot for you to find.
The chests are glorious. Just look what we get. We got 2 apples. It's because I'm in sandbox mode. If you were in the normal crystal hunt, like you would have more than just apples.
And moreover, did I mention that these new dungeons are absolutely beautiful? Seriously, the environmental team just knocked it out of the park with this.
This is a Dalgarian ruin, and you start here, and everything just looks fantastic. From the trees, to the rocks, to the water. It just makes you want to just walk around and explore, and it just keeps on going. It opens up. It asks the question, where do you want to go? And I think that's important.
There's even special zones inside the Dalgarian ruins that have this floating gravity zone, and those are so fun. I was so surprised to be in there for the first time, just swimming and floating around like this was Charlie in the Chocolate Factory.
Look at this thing. You can jump in it, and you're just swimming around in pure mana gravity. Enemies can go in here as well. Like that guy. Let's put him inside here. Push you. We're going into the gravity. You're going to love this, man. You and me, we're like one. We're friends. I can fly. You can fly. I mean, you're trapped there for eternity, but now you can fly.
And now the moment you've all been waiting for. You've gotten to the end of a Dalgarian dungeon, and boom. There he is, the boss fight. Hector himself, a stone golem that comes in a few different flavors. You can criticize them for giving, well, a copy and paste boss, but I'm not going to do that. But I just did want to put that out there that yes, it is technically the same boss like a handful of times, but every time you meet Hector, it's special because he has a new ability, yeah? So it's different.
Breaking this crystal is always satisfying. Come on, crystal. Can you withstand? No. And now we go pay our little friend Hector a visit with a super punch straight down. And there he is. We're going to mess him up.
But anyway, fighting Hector reminded me of playing Dragon's Dogma, well, in VR, or even Monster Hunter, because you can climb on this one, and you have to do, well, very special things in order to take him down. Think Legend of Zelda style.
So this is the Hector fight. It's always so fun. I'm not going to spoil the hell out of it for you, but just know it's an absolute blast. What are you going to do? Shoot a laser? Oh God, he is going to shoot a laser, and you can reflect it like Zelda. See, this is what I was talking about. This is so cool!
And then once you've defeated Hector, you literally rip open his stone face and yank the crystal right out of it, and it just breaks apart lifelessly, and you've turned stone to rubble, which I absolutely love. And then from there, you extract, you put the crystal in the thing, it does the thing, and it gives you a new power. And that is how you are unlocking skills. So it's so cool. I love it, as you can tell.
I also recommend fighting this man with the gravity spell on, because you could just like float around like this and be like, hit an anime punch! get behind them and just go, huh, huh, huh. Ah, or he could smash me.
And then you return back to your player home and you can choose what skill you want to unlock. You can keep going in your normal skill tree, or you can literally fuse it with other ones. Remember, you are creating your character and your experience your way, and that's the best part about this. It's an open RPG that is so immersive, which brings me to my next point. Immersion. Immersion in Blade and Sorcery, unfortunately, is a double-edged sword because you are so happy at the things that you can do, but are ultimately disappointed at the things you can't do, which unfortunately had to happen. There's no way around it just because it is a video game.
So this is a little bonfire thing. You better be able to turn it on with fire. Hey, no! Why can't I light that with fire? You see, this is what I'm talking about.
My point is, let's say you look at the ocean, you're like, wow, can I go in this ocean? And you jump in and you find, yes, you can. What's in this ocean? Let me swim around. Can I swim? Yes, you can.
Over here is honestly one of my favorite parts of the entire Delgarian dungeon, this giant dam.
But then you start asking questions like, what else is in this ocean? Are there fish? Can I reel in a fish? Is there life down here? That would be kind of crazy. Can I get a boat? Can the boat be on the water? Is there buoyancy? You see what I'm saying here? It's just unlimited potential, but unlimited possibility for things to, well, not happen.
We can float around now and see where we can go. Just look at how the massive scale and size of just over here. Like, should I even be able to be over here? I don't know, but I feel like I am. Like, I haven't even explored over here, and I need to see it just because I can. Even if there's no reward for me, the reward was the journey. Okay, I'm disappointed because I could see through it. Okay, don't go this way. It breaks the magic. I'm sorry, that's my bad.
Just look at the NPCs, for example. You can grab them pretty much from anywhere. Wrist, legs, neck, waist, and throw them on the ground, or do a litany of other very, Christian-like things to them, but it's up to you and your imagination.
Fun's not over yet because, remember what I said earlier about fire? Well, you can sacrifice people into the flame. Just leave them there. They're going to slowly cook. Enough. You can't save her. She's being cooked. You two, come on. Wild folk, prepare yourself.
But the quality of Blade and Sorcery is a AA studio that created a AAA experience for a budget price. If you had the game in early access, it was $20. And now that it has fully come out, it is only $30. And let's put a pin in something for a second. I say that Blade and Sorcery has come out. There's two versions of Blade and Sorcery. The one I'm talking about is for PC. Then there's the Nomad version, and that is for the MetaQuest and the Pico platforms. Its full release is not on there yet, and I know it is devastating, but I assure you that when it comes out, it will be worth the wait. You don't want a product to be rushed and have a terrible experience. Remember what Miyamoto said? Something about a bad game being rushed is forever bad. I don't know, look up the quote. I'm not a quoting guy, okay?
Please, no Johns.
For the most part, that is Blade and Sorcery's full release, and I just want to tell you, oh, wait a minute, I totally forgot. How can I forget about this? Mods.
Hey, does anyone want to see some mods? You? Oh, good. I'm going to show you the epic power of mods.
That's right, mods for Blade and Sorcery. Literally, this game was created from the ground up to be modded, which is absolutely fantastic. So people, in theory, can take that Hector boss monster and turn it into, well, whatever they want, provided the SDK lets them do that. The NPCs can be turned into skeletons and goblins. They can make their own spells, levels. Hell, you can even become a Star Wars guy when that mod updates. I know it's a sore spot, but trust me, the mods are all coming back, and they're slowly trickling in, and it gives this game unlimited potential. And that's what you want for your games, unlimited potential through mods. I mean, just the other day, my friend and I jumped in and played a multiplayer mod for Blade and Sorcery. Both of us walking around in a Dalgarian dungeon. It was, you know, a little scuffed, but it was there. So I want to let you know that the game doesn't end when you beat the Crystal Hunt. It doesn't end when you're done messing about in Sandbox. There are always mods coming out, which reminds me of a shameless plug to check out this channel every single Monday because we do Mod Showcase Monday for Blade and Sorcery. Boom, I did it. Shameless plug is what it is. All right. We've come to the end here, and it's time to give Blade and Sorcery a final review. And you're probably thinking, oh, Drifter, you're going to give it a 10 out of 10 because why not? Well, I'm not going to give it a 10 out of 10 because, of course, it's not perfect, but I will be giving it a solid 9 or 9.5. Well, 9. We'll give it a 9 out of 10 because, of course, there are some other things that we want more of. We wanted more boss fights. We wanted more animations for the NPCs. They're kind of like beating up children, but it is what it is. You know, I still think it's a very good game. You're supposed to feel overpowered in here, and you're supposed to feel like every other VR game, because games in VR don't give you a challenge anyway, so I know I'm not giving an excuse, but I think it deserves a 9 out of 10. And if you think it doesn't, well, leave your opinion in the comment section and we will totally read it. Anyway, my friends, that is it for this week's Feature Friday. I hope you, Bradley, had a great time. And if you did, why not subscribe? It's literally free. Hit the big red subscribe button down below and join up. I will greatly appreciate it. And while you're down there, also hit the like button because that really helps. Check out all the other videos on this channel, including this one in its playlist for all other Feature Fridays. But other than that, I'm Drifter from Downloadable Content. You have been someone sitting down watching this on their phone and or TV, and I will see you next time.
Does anyone know what a treasure chest is? I'm looking for a treasure chest, not like eggs and apples.